Hello and welcome! I'm Piano and you're watching Transistor. So last time we got started on New Game Plus. And the first thing we're doing... we're equipping these two new functions for a volatile packet. Strike at the packet to produce a large blast. And then this one is spawn a seeking parasite that dismantles the target from within. I want both of those on active. Let's see. Load will form packets that restore some life points when detonated. Sure. Let's see. What happens if we combine like this? Purge will leave a damage trail. Let's try it. Then Void? Sure. What does Void plus Jaunt do? Instant fire, usable in turn recovery. Okay, we gotta try that. And let's make it crash for good measure. Then let's see. Load will form packets at long range. I was hoping it would improve the explosion radius. Load will form multiple smaller packets at a time. I don't know. Load will form packets that explode into ricocheting bolts, but is that 10 bolts or 10 damage? You know what? I'll try it. Let's see. Why don't we put this over here? Then we have 2 memory left. 2 smaller parasites? Or wait. Wait, we still have an open slot here, and I wanted to put ping on because we can use that to trigger load packets. Purge will pull target to the user. Sure. Anyway, limiters. We got 2 new ones, don't we? Priority. User will overload more functions at once and recover only 1 access point. Permanence. User will cause functions to overload by uninstalling them at access points. Okay. No, we don't have either of these. Those are for creeps and fetches. I think the rest of these we do have the entry for. I guess we're using 2 limiters today, then. Alright. And let's see what happens.
Okay, there's a... Wait. Back.
There's another jerk, and we have Kleckers 3.0 now. But right, we have new functions to try out. Yeah, load there. Load takes up a lot of time, huh? Okay. But this might set up a chain reaction. Let's see what happens. Well, the bombs are in place, but they're not detonating. Okay. Void. Okay. No. Hit the packet with ping. Okay. I did it wrong. Whatever. The point is, those are detonating and dealing major damage, which is exactly what I want. Yeah, I like that. We can, like, void before the turn, and, like... Boom!
They're gone, but so is this whole block.
Anyway, I think we can take the limiters off now. Those files should be ready. Right? Yeah. Busy, 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 aren't they, with their feet, or feelers maybe, all clattering about, very hardworking, diligent, dignified even, despite menial role within process hierarchy. Though hierarchy, that is not quite right. More like union. Most respectable. A pair of these, they often work in pairs, can wipe out a small house in an hour or two if sufficiently impelled. Then the others in the family, they all come in to make way for something new, something different, often something better than before. Royce. You notice that Royce kind of has an odd pattern of speech where he just like repeats things a lot, and I feel like that comes across in his comments too. Cutting beam, all train movement. Okay, and then we have designation fetch. First signs of aggression I've seen from the process, real aggression I mean, all of them a bit temperamental really, but this, need to keep a healthy distance, develop disincentives. Make the terms of the relationship abundantly clear. I don't yet know what to make of this. What is the process trying to protect itself from with something like this? Me? At any rate, it's plain this form came to be for something other than solving the city's problems. But when? Why? And how is it able to disappear completely despite all we've done to draw it out? We'll come back to this. Rice. Guardian. Sleek form factor, tracking sensor, paralysis wave, some models, ineffective at range. Preference for cylindrical objects, give a dog a bone, and simple games. Alright, so we have two more, and I'm wondering what those are. I'm betting one of them is man. What could the other be, though? What the heck other process have we not seen yet? Because we got bad cell, jerk, young lady. What's this one again? Weed. Clucker. Creep. Snapshot, and fetch. So yeah, one's man, and I can't think of what the other would be right now. I'm sure it'll come to me, possibly literally. Right, we also have these two files.
They got that loudmouth Tennigan. Figured he retired.
Wave Tennigan. Mr. Wave Tennigan traded the quiet life of a sanctuary vicar to become one of Cloudbank's biggest alternative broadcast personalities for his distinct blend of good-natured mannerisms and incisive social commentary. Straddling the generational boundary between the old guard and the new, Mr. Tennigan offered a canny perspective on the many factors influencing the city's evolution. But during one of his many meet-and-greet events with his listeners, he met a group of individuals who would forever change the course of his life. So what, he was like an evangelical talk show host?
Max Darcy gave up Fashion Week to get caught up in all this.
Maximilius Darcy. Not everyone wears the Darcy brand. However, 2 years ago, more than 56% of individuals between the age of 16 and 42 showed interest in or complimented someone wearing Mr. Maximilius Darcy's clothing. The self-styled Cloudbank clothier became a fashion icon in his early 20s when he introduced to the world a garment line that boldly eschewed formal tradition. Not only that, so prolific was his work that seemingly everyone in Cloudbank, in reality it was only 8% of the population at the time, found garments that spoke to them as individuals. In spite of all this, all was not well in Mr. Darcy's life. Okay. Well, we need to install these two in upgrade slots now. Oh, this is area damage on impact? I feel like... This will be slightly stronger and deal damage in the blast radius. I'm hoping this will explode every bounce. Let's see, apply a corruption effect to most functions. Okay, bounce will slow targets, dealing damage over time. But, like... yeah, let's try it with Void, because we have instant Void anyway. This one, yeah, I guess we can put Tamp there. Guess we don't really need Ping in that position anymore. Nah, I don't want to deal with the dog. But mask could be good. What does mask do if ping is added to it? Faster cooldown. Yeah, that's really useful. Let's see. Tap that makes vulnerability? Sure. Tap will fire out multiple blasts of the effect. Cool. Let's see. Bounce will pull targets to the user and deal more damage at longer range. Might be good. I don't know. It's something. Anyway, let's go grab the bike.
Good call. That's our way out.
Alright.
Okay. E64 on ramp. 5 blocks down. Take the second right. Do not turn left. And thanks for the lift.
You don't tell me what to do, Mr. Nobody.
Hi. You turned left.
I sure did.
Thought we were gonna skip town. We're going back there.
Why skip town when we have the transistor?
And these things. They do not have a sense of humor. They will track you down, wipe you out, and take whatever's left of me. Back to those 2-bit Camerata pieces of trash. Look, whatever you're thinking, do me a favor. Don't let me go.
Alright, going back down to the empty set. I don't know if we're gonna make it to Sybil today. We might.
Poor bike.
It's
Just
fine.
They beat us here.
We have other things to worry about anyway. Okay, that's interesting.
Get behind something.
Emergency turn initiated. Okay. That just tells me I messed up. I'm glad I have Tamp available. Void lost.
Still here, you're okay.
Yeah, I didn't think this was gonna be as easy. But whatever, it worked.
Thought we made good time too.
Okay, so that is a triple hit. Much wider area, even if it is half damage. Oh, right.
Not a soul. Hardly recognize this place without the foot traffic. Terminal's still up.
Uh-huh.
Must be starving. Sea monster's really the only choice here.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Or that. Just have to get back to your place before it gets cold.
Yeah,
They're hungry too.
Har, har, har. Kill. Hey. They healed up. Alright. Alright. Fine. Fine.
Glad that wasn't me.
Right, they spawn more weeds. Alright, now we can deal with this guy. Overkill. That did not do what I wanted it to. One hit point. Are you serious? Die!
themselves open. Bet you flatbread.
Was it worth it? Who knows?
Fertile ground.
Uh-huh.
Never seen gold walk cleared out.
Function files updated? 1. Only 1? Oh, this one didn't get it because the function it was attached to overloaded. Okay. That evening, after his event drew to a close, Mr. Tennigan met members of the group calling themselves the Camerata. They invited Mr. Tennigan to come see what was really going on in his city, as long as Mr. Tennigan promised not to disclose any facts concerning the existence of the group. Mr. Tennigan outwardly accepted, for his curiosity could not be quenched, but he inwardly refused, for his commitment to his listeners precluded the keeping of any such secrets. First, he would meet the Camerata on their terms. Okay. And then, yeah. That's a good combo with tap. But I'm wondering... Yeah, make it pull and then make them vulnerable to this, which will slow them. Damage over time. Cool, cool, cool. Putting jaunt back on Y. We can put mask on X. What does this do? Mask will knock back surrounding targets for the effect duration. Jaunt will launch targets upward in an area around the destination. That sounds cool. And then, yeah, shorter cooldown mask. Alright.
All good?
All good.
No queue to get in. That's a first. This can't be the channel.
Looks like it to me.
Back from...
It pulls the cells toward you too. That's good to know. I don't like that Chaunt also makes the cells go away, but like... Anyway...
Do your worst, pal.
Outta here, jerk. That's a fun one. Alright, approaching level 14. And we now have 2 function files updated. Let's read them. As far as anyone knew, Mr. Tennigan took some personal time as one day his broadcast simply stopped. He had never missed a day of broadcasting in his life, and so his listeners, while disappointed, were very understanding and both happy and concerned for him. A significant majority believed Mr. Tennigan finally took a break, as he often promised he would one day. Since then, Mr. Tennigan's young producer inherited his show, though listenership steadily declined to bottom out at just 22% of Mr. Tennigan's average. You know, I didn't even look at what the passive slot effect did. It generates volatile packets instantly at a regular interval, huh? Yeah, okay. Retaliate automatically when struck. That sounds fun. Whoops. Wrong button. Okay, and yeah, I want the specifics on this. Packets spawn automatically every 10 seconds. Yeah, we'll keep that. That's really cool. A little harder to plan, maybe? Anyway, let's read about the fashion guy. In private, Mr. Darcy suffered from certain dependencies he believed were the source of his talent, or rather the source of his inspiration. Unfortunately, he was correct in this assessment. When he decided to come forward and wean himself from these dependencies, after an initial public outpouring of support, his career started to falter. His ideas came less quickly, or he could not act on them as quickly, and so, against the wishes of his closest confidant and partner, he resumed his old habits. It was then that Mr. Darcy met certain individuals professing knowledge of his condition, who invited him to participate in an experiment that could cure him without compromise. Believing he had little to lose, Mr. Darcy decided it was worth a shot. Okay. All the rest of these functions seem good for now. Anyway. Goldwalk's still offline.
Nothing to see here.
Uh-huh.
Admin's just towing the line.
Don't believe a word
I'll
of this
say.
nonsense, blah blah blah. Yeah. Thank you for your response. That's not the way out. Okay, what is the way out? This way.
Out of the channel in record time.
Yeah.
8 blocks off. Almost there.
Yeah, we're working on it. Hey, Creep. Bye, Creep.
My goodness.
Uh-oh, we have stealth dogs. Stealth dogs, stunning dogs, fetch 3.0, yeah. I love this. I'm just going to absolutely devastate this area. Red? What was that about? I don't know, but it worked.
Just passing through.
Yeah. Heck yeah, user level 14.
Hey, look. It's us.
Hello. We can get another copy of a function we already have. Let's get another red. Okay. +1 upgrade slot. And our limiters, superiority or responsibility. Let's go with responsibility.
What do we have here?
Oh, the back door is open. But before we do that, it may seem mundane for the Camerata to take interest in a man like Mr. Darcy, yet from the Camerata's perspective, he was perfect. Here was someone with the capacity to sway thousands in a subtle way, and whose career appeared to be waning. The public would readily accept that such a man, publicly disgraced, would decide to head to the country away from the bustle of city life. And indeed, the public took this news at face value. All but Mr. Darcy's confidant, who the Camerata dealt with separately. Okay, I think that's all the people files. But yeah, we have 2 copies of Crash now, right? So like, if we take this off... How does this work exactly? Oh, there's our second Crash. Okay. So... there's something I want to try. Let's take off mask for it. We add more Crash to our Crash. Stun and make targets vulnerable for twice the duration. Sounds cool. Alright. And then our limiter. Cheerleaders! That's the one we were missing. Okay. User will lose access to 6 or more memory. Memory exceeded. Functions uninstalled. Okay, so... looks like we lost access to 10 memory. Ouch. Anyway. I still want crash on our crash. And then I guess... I don't know. Time for the classics? Sure, time for the classics. But let's improve them a bit, shall we? Spark will deal more damage in an even larger blast radius. Sounds cool. What does this do, I wonder? Jaunt will restore life points when used. Okay. Worth it. Yeah, okay. Anyway, ready. Agency test.
Looks like we can take a detour. So, don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this.
Uh-huh.
We're not alone. Hey, she's friendly, I think.
Yeah, hey, Luna.
Hi, Luna. Can I call you Luna? So this is how it's gonna be. You barely got away from the Camerata with your life. Now they gotta start running from you.
I don't think this back door was open the first time we went here, because I didn't have high enough user level for it. Anyway, planning test 4 of 7. And then... latest branch
I know it's a
under
little
review.
sparse, but this isn't that bad.
Uh-huh.
It's no cloud bank, though.
Thought it said there was another test available.
Door number 3.
But hey. Planning tests are usually pretty quick, too.
Looks like it's true.
Alright. Hey, ooh. A load planning test, huh? Interesting. Ooh, not quite.
Wanna try again?
Yeah, but I think I had the right idea. Just need to aim the packet a little better. That might do it. Close, but not quite. Was wondering if I could cause a chain reaction, but apparently not. But then, like... yeah, that's not gonna work. No. Aim better. Aim better. Again, close, but not quite. I wish this wall wasn't here. No. Loading 2 packets just does not seem to be the answer. There!
Real tough.
Alright. Music unlocked, gold leaf. I think that's the music that plays on Gold Walk.
Bounced him.
Oh, planning test 5 is ready. Okay. But this door still isn't, apparently. Maybe we need to do planning test 5
I
first.
want this thing to stay shut. Whatever you do.
Alright. Okay. I mean, that seems easy enough. Pull them all over. And camp it out.
Aces.
Aced it. Alright. Music unlocked. The Spine instrumental version.
The things you do to get a little time alone these days.
That one's still shut. This one's still open.
Let's
Okay.
clean up in there.
I mean, I'm happy doing all the planning tests today if that's what the system decides. Okay. This looks a little tricky. Okay, but like... Yeah, start with this cheerleader. Leading into that cheerleader. But wait. Maybe we should put a packet down first. Then... Let's try it. Yep, that worked.
We'll be done.
Alright. Music unlocked. Vanishing point corrupted. Or perhaps I should say processed.
That's a wrap.
Alright. Let's do the last planning test. I guess it's unlocking in
I'm thinking all.
this order because, 2,193 damage.
Now.
Absolutely beautiful. Alright, so that's all the planning tests out of the way. It's because I got loads so late. In circles corrupted.
Took care of that.
Alright. Yeah, but this store, the agency test, still isn't available, apparently. There's one thing I want to try, though. There's an achievement for hitting 2048 damage with a single function. And I think I can do that. With that setup that we just saw. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that increases vulnerability? Not that I can see, so... Sure, let's try it. Well, let's see what else we can add on. To make our lives a little easier. Automatic detonation, huh? Interesting. Alright, let's give it a whirl.
It's a fake. $3,290 points of damage. Absolutely beautiful. Let's do it. Heck yeah, achievement gotten. Turn record 3290. Absolutely beautiful. More than enough to one-shot anything in the game, but yeah, guess we're done here. Let's see here.
Right, we're still in
Get
low
ready to get
memory
jumped.
mode.
Or not. Let's not stick around.
Yeah, this song that's playing right now, that's Gold Leaf. Pretty nice song, all things considered. Gotta say, I really do not like seeing men here.
They're in line for the big show. You didn't even blink.
Oh, hey! Must have killed that cheerleader with, like, the packets! That's what I'm trying to say. Ugh. Yeah, okay. Jaunt restores a little bit of health, which is honestly really helpful considering how much I freaking spam that. Alright, combo! Oh hey, I can just take cover back here and they can't get me. Cool. Anyway. Alright, this one has decided to reveal himself. It will be his last mistake. Combo. Ow. Not ideal, but usable enough. Overkill. Alright.
I guess we're done here.
Designation cheerleader. Now these little fellows are quite remarkable really, and I believe are key to how the process is able to construct or destruct as the case may be. Whatever they set their sights upon, why it becomes impervious really, as though encased in thick glass. This way the process can just build and build and build, clean and happy, no distraction to surrounding environments, no need for pardon our dust or anything like that. It all gets done in a hurry, but not in a rush, not in a rush. The work, it is immaculate. Royce. Roll maintenance features shield beam, reinforced shell, power charger. Yeah, okay. So then last one would be men. And taking off this limiter, I can throw other functions back on now. Cool. I want this on passive. And I want this on passive too. Jaunt will very briefly raise the user's damage output. Interesting, but I think I like it where it is. Alright, cool. Anyway, I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. We can go meet Sybil tomorrow. Farewell.